Greetings and welcome back to Room 303, AP English and the Roberts text. We are in the poetry section. We are on page 662, Octavio Paz's Two Bodies, his 1944 offering, translated by Muriel Rasker. Now, Paz is, of course, one of our most important poets, 1914 to 1998, brilliant Mexican poet and diplomat. In 1981, he was awarded the Cervantes Prize, and in 1990, of course, the Nobel Prize, for which he's mostly remembered. The poem here, Two Bodies, what a brilliant little poem. Let's put this in our notes already at level 1. That's going to ask questions about social relationships, especially those who are possibly very close, maybe even lovers. Two bodies. Let's just read it, and then we'll work at level 2 and 3. Two bodies, face to face, are at times two waves, and night is an ocean. Two bodies face to face are at times two stones, and night a desert. Two bodies face to face are at times two roots laced into night. Two bodies face to face are at times two knives, and night strikes sparks. Two bodies face to face are two stars falling in an empty sky. Now, of course, so much of this poem is built on repetition, obviously, not direct repetition. Notice the differences even between night is an open ocean, night is an ocean, and night a desert. Not night is a desert. So we have not exact repetition, but very close. But everything comes down to what is being spoken of here by the speaker regarding two bodies face to face. Now, of course, immediately one is thinking about the possibility of two lovers and the possibility of joining or kissing or whatever face to face. But obviously, metaphorically, we can talk more than just direct physicality about two bodies face to face. Two people trying to understand each other, trying to comprehend each other in some way, trying to relate to each other in some way. Notice the at times that will happen in every one of the first 4 stanzas. At times tells us something about how Paz is trying to qualify what relationships are. They're not the same all the time, are they? And to that degree, they are this and they are that. Some of these descriptors, of course, you're going to recognize as positive. Some you will recognize as less than positive, maybe negative, or something maybe in the middle. We might even say indifferent. Notice in the first stanza that we could say two potential pals, lovers, can be at times two waves in the ocean at night. That is to say, undulation, it could mean obviously some force of some kind or another. Obviously, a sexual rendering is easy in this stanza. What about the next one? Two stones in the desert of night. Now there's an interesting different one. Notice we begin with water and then we go to land, and of course hard land, rock, stone, right? How about the next one? Maybe the most brilliant, some of you have said you like this stanza the best of the entire poem. Two roots laced into night. You think of trees, roots, right? And the lacing, the intertwining of roots. There's a sense as well that when two people become pals or come together, not just physically, but emotively, spiritually, that their lives begin to intertwine like roots. It's a brilliant, brilliant simile. And then, of course, the next one is a little bit more, maybe what one would expect, given where all these similes have been headed. Two knives striking sparks. This can be interpreted, obviously, as positive as well as negative. Or two stars falling in an empty sky. This has led some to see the end of the poem as the possibility of the end of a relationship, the falling of the stars in an empty sky. What a brilliant poem, because it can be interpreted so many different ways. Obviously, in 3A, if we had to put a message here, obviously love is both competitive as well as cooperative. Fire and ice, we might say, it comes with both. At 2B, obviously, the repetitions and the similes are brilliant. Which was your favorite? At 3A, what is your favorite love poem in this regards? Or a poem about fidelity? We can throw down here our love of Shakespeare's Sonnet 116. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. Or bends with the remover to remove. Our full comments on that one at learnstrong.net. Finally, at 3B, how are you going to relate to a poem like this? What is your view of love and relationships, and why sometimes are they so hard and so complicated? Why can't they be more simple? And especially the deeper the roots go, the more complicated it seems to be. Why is that? And of course, you could ask about a time in your own life when the roots went deep, or when the stars fell out of an empty sky. Ouch. Thank you. I hope you'll go to find more of the work of Paz. Thank you.